All right, middle school science folks, here is your work for Thursday, October 22nd. Notice for science that you're going to be filling out the atom anatomy worksheet. So this is kind of a foldable, just like you did in with your scientific method foldable, kind of similar idea. You're going to be filling in some words to kind of show what you learned yesterday. You're going to cut them out if you can, and then glue them together. If you can't, if you don't have scissors and glue at home, don't sweat it too much. I mostly want to know that you filled out the questions. That's the most important part. As far as the answers to yesterday's problems, those challenge questions, so what happened to the morale of Matterville if one Elliott electron was kidnapped? It would become more positive because if he disappears, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 positive protons and 1, 2, 3 negative. So there's more positive than there is negative, which means it become more positive overall. Just like if you're adding positive 4 plus negative 3 onto your number line, you would go down to 1. It would balance out to 1. So it'd still be a positive number. It'd still be greater than 0. So it'd be positive overall. And same thing, if we have an extra electron, enraged Elliott that moved to Matterville, instead of having 4, so 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, we now have an extra, which means it'd be more negative overall. So as far as today's work, you should have a packet that looks like this, just slightly less colorful. So this kind of shows you your final product of what you should be making. So you're going to glue them together. You're going to have like little doors that you can open to show your answers or like learn more about each thing. This is the front page that you're going to cut out. But before you can do that, the first thing you need to do, especially before you start gluing, is fill in these blanks. So you'll notice where it says glue, that's why you don't want to glue quite yet. You have a word bank to help you with some of these sections. So you have for charge, is it positive, negative, or neutral? So think about what you learned with the electron arcade or the atoms family yesterday. So you have positive patty electron or proton. So is that going to be positive or negative? Neutron is positive, negative, or neutral. Electrons, that can be positive, negative, or neutral. Think about enraged Elliott if he's positive or negative. So that should help you with that. And you'll see that you have those words in here. So positive, negative, neutral to help you fill those out. Then for the next one, mass. How big do you think they are? Was Patty bigger than Elliott? How big was Nelda compared to the two? So think about big, small, virtually nothing. So you see heavy, virtually 0. Those are your options for that one. And that, maybe let me color code this for you guys real quick. So these ones go with charge, charge, charge. These ones, virtually 0 and heavy, go with mass. Mass, those are your options for there. So where are they located? Are they inside the atom arcade or are they on the outside on the streets? So the nucleus would be, let's see, that's not your right options for that. So your options are in the nucleus or outside the nucleus. So think about the nucleus is the arcade, it's the middle. The outside of the nucleus would be the roads on the outside. So that's going to be your options for location. All right. And then for roll, those ones you might not quite know yet. So you're going to kind of want to think about those things. So I will give you a hint in that these 3 are going to be your options for your rolls. So try to see if you can figure it out. determining the identity. Are they responsible for reactivity? Do they hold it together? So reactivity is like if it's positive or negative. Identity also kind of has to do with positive, negative. So that should give you a good hint there. So do your best. See what you know on that one. And then the last couple options go more with nucleus over here. I'll do orange for that. So these, think about nucleus atom, protons, neutrons. Those are your options for in the nucleus. So I'll give that a good shot. Like I said, I care more about these answers, but when you're done, cut this out along the dotted lines. Cut this one out along the dotted lines. You can color if you want, and then glue the back side. So don't put glue on atom. Glue around the back of this panel and stick it on this section. So you'll cover that word bank, and then it will make like these fold outs right here. So that's your work for today.